Dr. Bill Korter, physician, consultant, and author. And with today's presentation, I would like to ask one question. Are you currently on a weight loss diet? And if you are, I would like to make the recommendation to please stop that diet, regardless of the specific diet. If you look at our history over the last 25, 30 years, we have had innumerable diets, innumerable diet books. We've had high protein diets, low protein diets. We've had high carbohydrate diets, low carbohydrate diets. We've had high fat diets, low fat diets. We've had diets that are absolutely bizarre, innumerable. But the recommendation is not to follow any of them. And here's the truth. Yes, they all cause you to lose weight. I don't think any of us can dispute that. On a 1 week, 2 week, 3 week basis, people lose weight. But the key are the long-term studies. And all of the long-term studies show that 98% of the pounds that are lost are regained. In fact, the majority of studies show that for those people who diet repetitively, they actually end up gaining weight, not losing weight through the course of their life. So that's a huge negative, but there are worse negatives. Let me give you an example, and I think it's an example that's overlooked. Whenever you diet, especially if it's caloric restriction, it causes elevation of the stress hormone that's in our body. That stress hormone, cortisol, regulates a variety of functions, but it regulates and controls elasticity of the skin. And so for those people who go on multiple weight loss diets, they not only gain weight, they look older. I mean, that's a terrible combination. Worse, they've done studies on longevity. And what they found is that those people who gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight, gain weight, lose weight through a series of diets actually live shorter than those individuals who have a steady weight, a reasonably steady weight over years and decades. So from my opinion, for all of you who are currently on a weight loss diet, one, you're going to be gaining weight. Two, you're going to be looking older. And three, you're going to be dying younger. I mean, that's the trifecta of the Powerball in the reverse direction. That's what you do not want. So what are the options? Diet pills obviously are not an option. They're addicting. They wreck the physiology of the human body. So that's not a course to go. Surgery, you see that in some individuals, that's not a course to go. I probably have reviewed between 30,000 and 50,000 charts. And I can't tell you, when you look at the medical component, the psychiatric component, the substance abuse component, how many individuals seemed worse after gastric bypass surgery than they did previously. And that's especially true with its effect on psychiatric component and substance abuse. So surgery is not a solution. What is a solution? Well, I think there are only a very few acceptable diets. And those are the diets that relate to illnesses. If you are on a diet for diabetes, that is acceptable. If you have had a heart attack or a stroke and you're on a diet specifically for that medical condition, that is acceptable. Otherwise, in general, diets are not acceptable, not in any form. So what I recommend is the following. I think you need to develop a new habit. I know we're preoccupied as a society about slimness, but what's most important is your health, not your weight. There is a huge difference in that component. In fact, people who are slightly underweight are not as healthy as people who are slightly overweight. People who are slightly underweight live less, shorter time than people who are slightly overweight. So my recommendation is to develop the habit of paying attention to your health, not to your weight. It's your health that matters, not your weight. So if you can develop that habit, a small habit, I think it will pay huge dividends. So thank you very much for listening. Appreciate your interest. Hope I can educate you, and I hope we can educate each other towards greater health. Thank you.